Not a very positive attitude, Constable.
Well, it's not exactly the Grand Prix circuit out here, is it?
I don't know. Go get him, Mika. Let's see where the fire is.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Bit too fast, right?
More than a bit. I take it you know what the speed limit is?
110.
Try 100 anyway. You were doing more like 125.
What was I? Sorry, it's just there was nothing on the road.
Bud!
Jonesy? Oh, bloody hell, it is you. How you going, mate? Long time no see. So how are you?
Mate, I'm fine. How are you going?
Oh, a bit too fast, according to your offsider here.
So what are you doing down here?
Travelling sales rep. So when did you join the cops, for God's sake?
Take it you know this bloke.
Oh, you bet he does. Old mates, me and Jonesy. Go back a long way, right, mate?
That's right.
Yes, well, that's very nice, but the fact remains you were speeding.
Listen,
so...
Joe. Can I have a word?
No.
Oh, come on, he's an old mate. Can't we just give him the benefit of the doubt? He's only just over the limit.
Well, at least 10 Ks. That's allowing him a discretionary 15.
No, it was lower than that. I was driving.
Yeah, well, I could still see the speedo.
Can we just give him the benefit of the doubt? Just put him down for 115.
All right. Oh, tell him to replace that tyre. It's nearly bald.
You're a star.
Well, of course, you'll have our full cooperation.
We're expecting to get word within the next 12 hours.
And your source is reliable.
Totally.
So I assume until then...
Total silence on the issue.
Understood.
We're dealing with hard men.
Do we have a face?
It's not the clearest of images, but security video, best we've got.
Who are they?
Visitors.
Back early?
Yeah, it's tea break. No, it's pretty quiet out there anyway, so...
Right. Running shed?
Yeah, we booked a few drivers, one borderline.
115 Ks? That's very borderline. You should have booked him.
So who is this guy I'm sticking my neck out for?
Oh, Bodge? Oh, we used to run a business together. Diving for abalone.
Abalone diving. Was that before or after the wrestling troupe?
That was after. It was before chicken sexing. And don't even ask. No, Bodge is a great bloke.
Yeah, obviously.
No, you'd like him.
Hey, let me guess. Drug squad? Those two. Techies, then. Huh? Techies?
Look, I told you, Joanna. They're just visitors.
Okay.
Constable, there are some things other ranks aren't privileged to know.
I don't believe it. Pull over. What? That guy.
Which guy?
The tall one, I'm sure it's him.
Who?
Berg suspect, my probation year in Frankston. Remember me?
Come again?
Because I remember you, Frankston, a few years back.
Sorry, I think you got the wrong bloke.
Yeah, I don't think so. I do.
Hey, what's this all about? Who do you think you are?
Just keep out of this, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, what if I do mind?
It's okay, Duke, I can handle it.
Is she for real? ID? I mean, what the hell does she want his ID for?
Because I have reason to believe he may be able to help the police with their inquiries regarding a burglary.
Oh, this is a load of crap. Just get out of our way.
Yeah? All right, you're under arrest.
What for?
Assault.
You got to be joking. I mean, he's done nothing. Where do you guys get off?
All right.
This is crap. You got no right.
Through here, please, sir.
Don't talk to him, Jim.
Constable?
Are you in charge here?
Sergeant Gallagher.
I want to file a complaint.
Right. Well, I'll be able to help you with that. But I'll
Me and my friend are walking down the street, minding our own business, and we get bloody assaulted.
You get assaulted?
Yeah, assaulted.
If you'll just take a seat in the detective's office, Sarah will be with you in one moment.
You came with me, mate.
All right, Joe, what is going on?
That guy in there nearly blew my head off. That's what happened.
He had a weapon.
What, 4 years ago he did?
Sorry?
He was knocking over a jewellery shop in Frankston. He had a sawn-off shotty.
You got a name?
Well, only the one he gave us today, Deacon, Jim Deacon.
There's no Jim Deacon listed.
Yeah, well, he's not going to give us his real name.
But that's the name on his driver's licence, Joe.
That doesn't mean anything. Look, I did a photo fit straight after the incident. We'll get him to fax it up from Melbourne. That'll prove it's the same guy.
Joe.
What?
Are you sure you're not mistaken? I mean, 4 years. It's a pretty long time.
He had a shotgun pointed right in my face. You don't forget something like that.
Sorry, Joe. We're going to need stronger evidence on one person sighting 4 years ago.
You're not going to back me.
So, I'm free to go.
For the moment, yes.
Next time, get your facts straight.
What's going on here? What happened to our priorities? When you make a big deal about not booking a speeding motorist for going 25 k's over, yet someone puts a gun in
25?
it.
The running sheet said it was 15.
Yeah, it's a matter of opinion. It was my call.
15, 25, whatever. I mean, the point is, we're letting a crim walk. It's crazy.
You get a moment, please? You said he was only 15 k's over the limit.
Yeah, that's right.
25 isn't 15, is it?
Look, it's an old mate that I haven't seen for years. It's just a bit of a favour to a friend.
You know the sort of trouble you can get into pulling a stunt like that? Why do you do this?
I do what?
Just when it seems you're doing your job properly, you're settling down, you go acting like a cowboy.
Look, we're talking about a minor traffic offence.
No, we're
here, Sarge.
talking about appropriate behaviour for a member of the Victoria Police.
Bodge and I were diving buddies. You know, if my tank ran out of air, he'd share his with me. I mean, we were never more than a couple of metres apart. I mean, you must know what it's like to have a friend like that.
That is completely beside the point. I have a good mind to make you issue him with a speeding ticket now.
Here's me old mates.
Chris fix you up with the room?
Sure has.
He's not the best in the house.
No. That's definitely you, sweetheart.
He's a fast worker, this one.
Always was. Had to be back on the ad boats, eh, mate?
No, it was tough.
Yeah. So what are you drinking? Well, come on. Oh, don't tell me you've gone on the wagon since you put on a uniform.
Oh, no. No, it's just
G'day.
I don't think you want to drink with me after this.
What is it?
Speeding ticket.
What I thought.
Yeah, I know, mate. Just didn't work out. $250. You can pay me now if you want.
This is a bloody raffle ticket. You cheeky buggers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, don't blame me.
All right, mate. Just get us a beer. We'll call it quits, huh? Be back in a second.
Righto.
So, who's your mate?
Oh, Bodge.
Just passing through?
Yeah, he's here in business.
What's he do?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just being friendly.
He sells scuba gear.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, Joe said something about you two doing a bit of abalone diving together.
Yeah, he still would be, except he hurt his leg. Listen, you're so interested. Why didn't I introduce you?
No, thanks. I'm already spoken for.
Go, mate. I got a tie for you. Name a Bulger.
Jones.
PJ, what are you doing here?
Don't move. Stay right where you are.
It's okay, he's a copper.
What's he doing here?
Another car coming.
Get him out of the way. Go.
What is going on?
Seems okay.
I thought the guy was supposed to be waiting for us.
He's probably inside.
Let's go.
It was just a...
Let's get out of here.
Now.
undercover operation.
PJ, what is going on?
Detective Sergeant Maxine Swan, Senior Detective Ed Dyson, organised crime. We've been after those guys for months. Know anything about stolen diamonds?
No, why?
Because a lot of money was supposed to change hands here this morning.
Well, why would I know anything about that? Then maybe you'd like to explain this.
So, what were you doing at the garage this morning?
I was swapping over a tyre.
Yours? Oh, come on, Jones. There's over 200 grand in that tyre.
Yeah, well, I didn't put it there.
Where did it come from?
Look, I was doing someone a favour, all right?
Who?
Your mate, Bodge. He had a bull tyre. Did he ask you to take it to the garage for him?
Look, he wouldn't be involved in any of this. This is all some kind of stupid mistake.
No, the mistake was doing the favour in the first place.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't be involved, would he?
Perhaps you'd better fill him in.
All right. 12 months ago, $4 million worth of cut diamonds went missing from one of the big wholesalers in PNG.
So what's that got to do with this?
Interpol believed they were destined for several Australian buyers, and organised crime got word about a buy here, in Mount Thomas.
Now, they knew who the buyers were, but they didn't know who'd be carrying the money.
As it stands at the moment, it looks like the courier is you. So I'd suggest you start cooperating quick smart.
Did Podge ask you to take that tyre to the garage for him?
Yes. Well, he couldn't drive on it, could he? It was unroadworthy.
Gather you've had tyre problems.
Yeah, I was warned by Constable Parrish.
Why that garage?
No particular reason. Jonesy seemed to think it was a good place and said he'd take it in.
So it was Constable Jones's idea?
Yeah. Well, I was in no condition to argue. Too much booze last night. Look, what's so special about this bloody tyre? Why all the fuss? Don't tell me it's full of drugs or something. You're kidding. Jonesy wouldn't be involved in anything like that.
He seemed to think it was all your idea.
What?
That you asked him to take it to the garage for you.
No, he offered. Bloody insisted on it now you mention it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Look, Jonesy's a good bloke, but I'm not covering for him on something like this. If there was drugs in that tyre, then it's down to him.
We've spoken to your mate, Bodge.
And he's cleared everything up, right? What, he didn't back up my story?
Just the opposite. He dropped you right in it.
No, not Bodge.
Afraid so.
No, you misunderstood, Sarge, that's all.
Well, the three of us were there. There just didn't seem much room for misunderstanding.
No, we were mates.
Yes, well, passing of time can often make someone seem a lot closer than they really were.
No, boss, we were really close.
So, either your good mate has set you up, or...
Straight out of the Crook's operating manual. Each say the other one did it, and we can't pin it on either one.
That's not what's happening in this case. Jones did a favour for someone he thought was a friend.
He and his friend are in on it together.
He hasn't seen his bloke in years.
So he says. What's your impression of Constable Jones?
He's a valued member.
Straight shooter?
I'm not sure what it is you're trying to say.
Oh, you never had cause to question his conduct?
If you have questions for Constable Jones, why don't you ask him? Don't try and get me to do your dirty work.
Sorry, boss. Just trying to find out what people think of him. What about you, Sergeant? Well, you're his direct superior. How do you find Jones?
Good. Yeah, he's good.
Reliable? Honest?
He always gets the right result.
But not always by the book.
Not always, no.
He's friend of yours, Bodge, isn't it?
We're old mates.
Good mates, though, right?
Look, we did some abalone diving together, that's all.
You're old business partners, aren't you?
Yeah, we were close once. Now, I'm not so sure.
Well, still close enough to lie for.
No.
It's not what I hear.
I've no idea what you're talking
What
about.
I'm talking about is falsifying a running sheet to let an old mate off a speeding
Look,
ticket.
it was borderline. And it was just a speeding offence, not $4 million in diamonds.
You're well informed.
We filled him in this morning.
Who arranged the meeting with Deacon?
Look, I have no idea. Why would I? You thought I was bent?
I don't know. Are you?
You'd even ask?
Where do you get off demanding loyalty from me? Yeah, this is all just a game to you, isn't it? A friend wants out of a speeding fine. Oh, no problem. Snap of the fingers, you fudge the figures. Then you sweet-talk your way around Joe and the ticket disappears.
That's not the way it
Then
happened.
you slide out of it with a story about how this guy's your eternal
Hey,
friend.
the guy saved my life.
Another story.
No. I got to Ben's one day and Bodge pulled me out and got me to a decompression chamber. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for him. And against that, a speeding ticket didn't seem like such a big deal.
It is a big deal. When you're in that uniform, it's a big deal.
Sarge?
We're busy, Joe.
So, Deacon was released because he's part of this sting, right?
Yes.
But why wasn't I just told?
Security.
Because I can't be trusted, you mean?
Because that's the way Detective Sergeant Swan wanted it.
You were right. Very cool, our Mr. Bolger.
So you got nothing?
Still maintains it was all Jones's idea.
Then you believe him. Come on, the guy blows into town the same time as Deacon and Bianchi.
Jones was the one found in the garage with all the cash.
And Bolger's tyre.
Circumstantial.
We're going to have to let Bolger go.
Is there something about this that we're not being told?
You know all that's necessary for you to know?
Sign here, please, Mr. Bolger.
What did you tell him, mate?
The truth?
That's not what I heard.
Thank you, Constable Jones.
Your problem, Jonesy. You always hear what you want to hear.
Why did you tell him?
That'll do,
that it was all
Jones.
my idea.
You can go, Mr. Bolger.
Boss, you can't just let him walk out.
Jones, there are other fish to fry.
So you're asking me to sit on my hands while my whole life is going down the drain?
Sit tight and we'll see what happens, eh?
There are a number of requisition orders that need to be completed. Can you handle that, please?
They don't really think you're on tape, do they?
To hell with this. I need some fresh air.
I'd stay put, Jones. You won't look good.
And that'll make a change.
We've been following up on Bolger, and a few interesting facts have come to light.
He's a regular in a bar in Melbourne that's also popular with Nico Nicholson.
We believe he's the real money behind all this.
Obvious connection.
So, Jones is out of the frame.
Except for his connection to Bolger.
Which he's already explained. There's nothing to say is involved.
Tame copper on the ground to untangle any complications.
Oh, if that's what he was doing, it didn't work.
Phone call for you.
Yeah, we're in the middle of something at the moment, Joe.
It's Jonesy.
What? I told him. Sergeant Gallagher speaking.
G'day, Sarge, it's me.
Yeah, I told you to wait in the office.
Just hear me out. I spotted Bodge in his car, so I followed him, and he turned into that old derelict farm on Ketchers Gorge Road near the Widgery turnoff. Anyway, he picked up Deacon, and I'm following them now.
Jones is following Bolger, who's just picked up Deacon.
Bianchi?
Is Bianchi with him?
Negative. Oh, damn!
He's lost them.
Where are they?
Ketchers Gorge Road.
Right, you better follow us. Till Jones is there.
This is where he picked up Deacon.
That's why he didn't warn us.
Well, why would he do that?
Because he's undercover. Detective Sergeant Neville Harvey. Alias Wayne Bianchi.
Thanks for that. I'll pass it on. Crime scene, ESD and the homies are there. They've located a bullet. The murder weapon was a handgun, .38 caliber.
The place will be swarmy.
Well, he was a copper.
It'll make our job harder.
You've been doing a pretty good job of that on your own.
You think I wanted this result?
If we had more information, this whole thing could have been avoided.
That's not how it works. You know that.
You should have trusted us.
Detective.
Oh, yeah. Real trustworthy group.
All right, that's enough. This isn't helping. It's not getting us anywhere.
The killer isn't far away. I want that bastard.
Mount Thomas 900 receiving. Go ahead, Ben.
We've covered all the back roads. No luck, I'm afraid. You want us to check through the forest?
No, forget the forest. We need them back here.
Negative, Ben. Return to the office.
Receive that.
I want another word with you, Jones.
I was planning to corner Bodge at the pub.
What were you hoping to achieve by that?
Well, I don't know. Have it out with him, I suppose. Well, no one believes me, so I thought I could get him to talk.
I thought you said you followed him in your car.
I was.
After confronting him at the pub.
No, I never got that far. I saw him driving, so I followed him.
Why?
I don't know. I got curious. I wanted to see what he was up to.
So he went to the farm?
Yeah. He was in there for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then he came out with Deacon. They were in a hurry, and that's when I called you.
And then you lost them.
Look, I had to stop for some sheep. Bodge just drove straight through him and went off down some back road.
So, it's Jones's word against Bulger's again.
Oh, you think he planned it this way?
It's pretty convenient. There's not a skerrick of corroborating evidence, and Jones is the only one to say he saw Deacon and Bulger together.
He did call it in.
Well, he could have been treating us to some theatre of the mind. Why was Jones allowed out in the first place?
He wasn't, actually.
He breached your authority. We've located Bulger.
Hey, Mr. Bulger.
We meet again. Pleasant surprise.
I wonder if we might have a chat.
Take a seat. Only Brazil nuts and peanuts left, I'm afraid.
Down at the station.
Can I finish my beer?
Well, Chris will put it in the fridge for you.
Just went for a drive, looking for all Mount Thomas's tourist attractions.
Have you been anywhere near Ketcher's Gorge Road?
Where?
The road to Ketcher's Gorge. It's one of our major tourist attractions.
You see? I knew I should have picked up a pamphlet before I left.
What about sheep?
Prefer women myself.
Did you see any crossing the road?
No, not as I recall. Sorry.
Yeah, well, he would say that, wouldn't he? I mean, if you asked him if he murdered an undercover cop and was in town to buy stolen diamonds, he'd probably deny that too.
The trouble is, Jones, all your stories are missing one thing.
And what's that?
Any objective support.
Next time I'll arrange to have murders take place in the middle of a footy crowd on national TV.
Constable.
He was a friend and a colleague.
I'm sorry, Detective Sergeant. If I could help you, I would.
Well, there is something. We'd like to search your room.
No way.
If you've got nothing to hide, why not?
Because I don't want you to.
Why?
Well, I don't need a reason, but if you want one, I'm sick of being a suspect.
You're impeding this investigation.
No, I know that I'm innocent. And searching my room won't help your investigation at all. It'll just be a waste of your time and mine.
If that's how you feel, perhaps you'd prefer to speak with ESD.
Oh, come on.
Sergeant, contact ESD, have them organise a search warrant.
Right.
Any dead bodies? Contraband?
I know, this whole thing's a joke.
Yeah, and there's going to be a couple of skeletons in the closet.
Might help if we knew exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah, I'd be really interested in that as well.
Anything that might have some bearing on the Deacon case.
Yeah, well, there's nothing here.
Check under the mattress.
Such a waste of time.
What is it?
Hey, that's not mine.
What sort is it?
38.
Same as killed Neville Harvey.
Doesn't look good, does it?
Hey, just set up.
Yeah, easy to say, harder to prove.
Look, just tell the truth. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, well, I hope they find it more believable than some other parties, boss.
I suggest that you make notes of everything that's happened. Record all your movements from the time you went to the garage with Bolger's tyre to Joe finding the gun in your room.
The more detail you can give, the more you'll be able to prove your case.
Yeah, sure.
Use my office.
Thanks, PJ.
Poor guy's being hung out to dry.
Yes, I agree.
We need to find out who planted that gun.
It's Bulger. It's got to be.
So he was here the whole time, right up until we searched Jonesy's room?
Well, no, he had a drink, then he went away for about 5 minutes and then came back again.
You know where he went?
Well, I assume he went off to water the horses, but I didn't follow him, if that's what you mean.
Oh. On you, Chrissy.
What, 5 minutes? That's plenty of time.
Hey, how'd you go?
Well, Bulger clearly had prior opportunity. Those two look like a barrel of laughs.
Yeah, homicide. Just been put through the ringer.
Oh, it's their job, I suppose.
You reckon? I just think they wanted another notch in their gun.
Jones.
We just have to prove that Bulger's a liar.
Yeah, well, he denied being anywhere near Kitcher's Gorge Road this afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently Jonesy had to stop for a mob of sheep.
Well, someone must own them.
Yeah.
Homicide said you were very clear about your version of events.
It's bigger than?
Whereas Bulger's had a number of inconsistencies.
Well, so does this mean that I'm off the hook?
Unfortunately, no. The fact remains that the gun that killed Detective Sergeant Harvey was found in your room and you were found with the cash.
So where does this leave me?
They were recommending that you be suspended pending the outcome of the investigation.
Suspended?
I didn't agree to it, but you will have to stay on office duties until further notice.
Great.
Bulger will slip up eventually.
You've been extremely helpful. Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Bulger's getting impatient.
Yeah, too bad.
Well, we've got him.
How?
That was Mr. Warren. He owns a farm on Kitcher's Gorge Road. They were his sheep.
You saw Bulger?
Better, he saw Bulger speeding. Reckons he must have been doing at least 120. He was so incensed he took down his rego. Our witness also said there were two of you in the car. I take it the other bloke was Deacon.
I've already told you I don't know any...
No, Deacon. Yes, you told us that.
There are a lot of cars like mine on the road.
You were seen leaving the old farm.
And who's your witness this time? Jonesy.
Mr. Bulger, a man's been murdered.
I didn't kill him.
You're involved?
Yeah. Sure. Nice try.
Look, one way or another, you're going to go to jail, and I can promise you it's a very unpleasant experience. Especially when your backers in Melbourne find out that you've lost their money.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You help us find this bloke, and we'll help you.
Mrs. Lydia Stevenson has just been robbed at the ATM on Hughes Street, and the assailant fits the description of Deacon.
He must be getting desperate.
Well, maybe we should have another go at Bulger, persuade him to set up a deal with Deacon.
Well, he claims he doesn't even know Deacon.
Let me talk to him.
You're on restricted duties.
No, I know him, boss. I know the way his mind works. Yeah, okay. I'd really love to have a shot at this.
Where's me cup of tea and biscuit?
What happened after the accident? Give the game away, did you?
No choice, mate.
Oh, that's crap. It was because I left, wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
See, you were always too lazy to get out of bed in the morning. You couldn't have coped running the business on your own.
I earned my stripes.
So what happened? No, let me guess. You got into a bit of small-time dealing for a bit of pocket money, a bit of black market trading?
No.
And you used the ad boat for a bit of customs evasion. Then this gig came up.
We didn't make as much money as you thought we did. I paid you way too much.
Yeah, of course. You were always so bloody generous.
And you always think you're Joe Cool. And now that you're in uniform, look at you.
So that's why you came down here? Because you thought you could use me?
I'd forgotten how highly you rate yourself.
And you were going to destroy me for that?
If I had to.
Hell of a way to treat a mate.
What a joke. Know how I stuffed my leg? I was carrying some heavy equipment below deck. Slipped on the ladder, broke my leg. Spiral fracture, the doc said. Wouldn't have happened if you'd been there to help me out. Good old Jonesy, the bloke everyone loves to love. Well, where were you when I needed you?
No, you stuffed your leg, Bodge. Because you were too bloody cheap to hire someone to help you. That's what I call stupid.
You're not too stupid to send you down for murder. I knew they'd search your room eventually.
What, so you did plant the gun? Congratulations, Bodge. You've just admitted to being involved in the murder of a copper. What's the ballistics report going to say when we get it back? Let me help you out. It's going to tell us that it's the weapon that killed Detective Sergeant Neville Harvey. Now, at worst, you're going in for murder. At best, you're an accomplice.
I didn't kill him. It was Deacon.
Then you better help us get him. Boss, could I have a word?
If this is about Bolger...
Yeah, he's agreed to set up a meeting with Deacon. Who else is Deacon going to take a call from?
This is the same bloke who tried to frame you for the murder of a copper.
We need him to make the call. All the other options are far too risky.
I don't think so, Jones.
Look, boss, when you dive, you always have a partner. A dive buddy. Someone to look after you when you get in trouble. Bodge was the best dive buddy I ever had underwater. Topside, you could always rely on him to let you down. And this last week, Bodge has been on his worst topside behaviour. But now he's 50 metres under with an empty tank, and I just want to give him a chance to breathe again.
Yeah, all right.
Deacon, it's Bolger. Yeah, okay, that wasn't my fault. I don't know how they got onto you. Look, do you still want to do this deal? Yeah, of course I'm on the level. No. No tricks. Do you want to do this or not? Okay. Good. Well, here's my offer. I get you to Melbourne, but I want half the stash. Look, take it or leave it, mate. Okay. Good. Well, where do you want to meet? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll be there. Slight problem. He won't give me a final meeting place. He wants to do it in stages.
Who's covering his back?
There's no way I'm going ahead with that meeting. He'll kill me.
I'll go.
No. Deacon knows you, Jones, if he sees him.
No, he won't. I'll keep my distance. And as soon as I know where he is...
I don't like it. I don't like it, boss.
Are you sure you want to go ahead with this?
Absolutely, boss.
Okay, so where does he want you to go?
Diggers Reef Road?
20 minutes.
We'll cover.
Yeah, g'day, Sarge, it's me. There's an old barn about 150 metres up the road.
On our way, Jonesy. Stay right where you are. 250 to all units. We got him.
I know you. You're not Bulger. You're a cop.
It's over, Deacon.
You reckon? I think I just got me a hostage.
Nobody there. The car? No sign. Deacon must have got him. Get on to VKC.
Mount Thomas 250 to VKC. Suspect Deacon not at the location.
Melbourne. Look, we'll never get through. There'll be roadblocks.
Not on the back roads. And I reckon you know them pretty well. You better know them. You can slow down now. Don't want to attract any attention, do we?
Look, if we're going to go to Melbourne, we're going to have to get some petrol.
Don't give me that.
Have a look for yourself.
Okay. Find somewhere and fill her up.
All right, there's a roadhouse near the Bendigo exit.
That's the nearest.
Right.
But no tree.
Okay, let's go. And remember, I've got this. What's the matter?
Look out!
Got you this time. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thanks for your cooperation, Tom. You've got a good team here.
Yes, all quite trustworthy.
Sorry to interrupt. This is what we recovered from Deacon.
So, this is what it was all about, eh?
Good copper died for these.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So am I. Could have pulled Neville in, but I chose to push on. Something I'll have to live with.
Yeah, well, we all have to make tough decisions from time to time. Not always the right ones, unfortunately.
Sorry, Jones. I was wrong about you. Error of judgment.
It's open.
They're looking for you downstairs. Ben reckons it's your shout.
Yeah, I'm not really in the mood for it tonight.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry I doubted you.
Don't be.
You know, speaking as your sergeant, you drive me totally crazy. And I let that get in the way of my better judgment.
Yeah, well, if I was in your position, I might have done the same thing.
I doubt it.
I thought I had it all worked out, you know? The way I come across to people, and yet my good mate looked at me and saw something that I didn't even recognise.
Maybe you should put that down to on-the-job training.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm in the wrong job.
I wouldn't say that.
I've always prided myself on knowing what makes people tick. I mean, that's why I thought I'd be good at this caper.
Come on. That doesn't sound like the Evan I know and love.
Love.
I don't want you to leave. All right? I'd better go.
Not a very positive attitude, Constable.
Well, it's not exactly the Grand Prix circuit out here, is it?
I don't know. Go get him, Mika. Let's see where the fire is.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Bit too fast, right?
More than a bit. I take it you know what the speed limit is.
110.
Try 100 anyway. You were doing more like 125.
What was I? Sorry, it's just there was nothing on the road.
Bud!
Jonesy? Oh, bloody hell, it is you. How you going, mate? Long time no see. So how are you?
Mate, I'm fine. How are you going?
Oh, a bit too fast, according to your offsider here.
So what are you doing down here?
Travelling sales rep. So when did you join the cops, for God's sake?
Take it you know this bloke.
Oh, you bet he does. Old mates, me and Jonesy. Go back a long way, right, mate?
That's right.
Yes, well, that's very nice, but the fact remains you were speeding.
Listen,
so...
Joe. Can I have a word?
No.
Oh, come on, he's an old mate. Can't we just give him the benefit of the doubt? He's only just over the limit.
Well, at least 10 Ks. That's allowing him a discretionary 15.
No, it was lower than that. I was driving.
Yeah, well, I could still see the speedo.
Can we just give him the benefit of the doubt? Just put him down for 115.
All right. Oh, tell him to replace that tyre. It's nearly bald.
You're a star.
Well, of course, you'll have our full cooperation.
We're expecting to get word within the next 12 hours.
And your source is reliable.
Totally.
So I assume until then...
Total silence on the issue.
Understood.
We're dealing with hard men.
Do we have a face?
It's not the clearest of images, but security video, best we've got.
Who are they?
Visitors.
Back early?
Yeah, it's tea break. No, it's pretty quiet out there anyway, so...
Right. Running shed?
Yeah, we booked a few drivers, one borderline.
115 Ks? That's very borderline. You should have booked him.
So who is this guy I'm sticking my neck out for?
Oh, Bodge? Oh, we used to run a business together. Diving for abalone.
Abalone diving. Was that before or after the wrestling troupe?
That was after. It was before chicken sexing. And don't even ask. No, Bodge is a great bloke.
Yeah, obviously.
No, you'd like him.
Hey, let me guess. Drug squad? Those two. Techies, then. Huh? Techies?
Look, I told you, Joanna. They're just visitors.
Okay.
Constable, there are some things other ranks aren't privileged to know.
I don't believe it. Pull over. What? That guy.
Which guy?
The tall one, I'm sure it's him.
Who?
Berg suspect, my probation year in Frankston. Remember me?
Come again?
Because I remember you, Frankston, a few years back.
Sorry, I think you got the wrong bloke.
Yeah, I don't think so. I do?
Hey, what's this all about? Who do you think you are?
Just keep out of this, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, what if I do mind?
It's okay, Duke. I can handle it.
Is she for real? ID? I mean, what the hell does she want his ID for?
Because I have reason to believe he may be able to help the police with their inquiries regarding a burglary.
Oh, this is a load of crap. Just get out of our way.
Yeah. All right, you're under arrest.
What for?
Assault.
You got to be joking. I mean, he's done nothing. Where do you guys get off?
All right.
This is crap. You got no right.
Through here, please,
Wait,
sir.
Don't talk to him, Jim.
Constable?
Are you in charge?